Dear members, good afternoon. I am Krupa Anandpara, Company Secretary of Trent Limited. A very warm welcome to you all to the 72nd Annual General Meeting of Trent Limited being held through video conference and other audio-visual means. Kindly note that the proceedings of this meeting is being recorded in accordance with the statutory requirements and the recording will be available on the website of the company post this meeting. To ensure smooth and seamless conduct of this meeting, members are placed on a mute mode to avoid any background disturbance. Members facing any technical glitch or difficulty in joining the meeting can reach out to the helpline number provided on page number 328 of the annual report. The company has received 22 speaker registrations. The speakers have been registered on a first come first served basis. Once the Q&A session starts, the chairman will announce the name of the speakers one by one and their audio will be unmuted by the host. The speaker is requested to click the video on button only once and wait till the video is on. If the member is unable to join through the video for any reason, they can speak through the audio mode. For better connectivity, we request you to ensure that your Wi-Fi is not connected to any other devices. If there is any connectivity issue at the speaker's end, the next speaker would be invited to join. Once the connectivity improves, the speaker may be called again at the end. In the interest of time and to allow the maximum participation, we request the speaker shareholders to keep their speech brief. In compliance with the provisions of the Companies Act 2013 and the SEBI listing regulations, the company has provided the members the facility to exercise their right to vote at the 72nd Annual General Meeting by electronic means administered by NSDL. Mr. P. N. Parikh of Parikh and Associates, practicing company secretaries, has been appointed as a scrutinizer for this meeting. E-voting commenced on Sunday, 9 June 2024 from 9 a.m. IST and was opened until 5 p.m. IST on Tuesday, 11 June 2024. The e-voting facility will remain open for 15 minutes at the end of the meeting to enable the members to cast their vote. Members who have not voted earlier through remote e-voting can cast their vote during the meeting using the e-voting facility. Members who have already cast their vote should not vote again at the meeting. The voting rights of the members shall be in proportion to their shares held in the paid-up share capital of the company as on the cutoff date, Wednesday, 5th June 2024. Thank you so much. And now I hand over to our chairman, Mr. Noel and Tata.
Thank you, Krupa. Good afternoon, members. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you to the 72nd Annual General Meeting of Trent Limited, held through video conference. Thank you for joining this meeting. As the requisite quorum is present, I now call the meeting to order. We're having this AGM virtually, and the company has taken all the necessary steps to enable members to participate in this meeting and vote on the resolutions proposed. May I now request my fellow board members who have joined this meeting through video conference to introduce themselves. I start with Mr. Bhaskar Bhatt.
Good afternoon, shareholders. I am Bhaskar Bhatt, non-executive, non-independent director of Trent Limited. I'm attending this AGM by video from Bangalore. Thank you.
Thank you, Bhaskar. Mr. Harish Bhatt. Is Harish there on the phone? Okay, I'll proceed to the next director, Mr. Jayesh Merchant.
Good afternoon, shareholders. I am Jayesh Merchant, an independent director of your company, participating at the AGM through VC from my residence in Mumbai. I chair the audit committee of the board of directors. Thank you.
Ms. Susan Given. Thank you, Jayesh. Ms. Susan Given.
Good afternoon, shareholders. I'm Susan Given, an independent director of your company. I'm attending the meeting through video from London. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Susan. Mr. Ravneet Gill. I think he's on mute. Ravneet, you're on mute.
Good afternoon, shareholders. I'm Ravneet Gill, an independent director on the board of your company, participating at the AGM through a video conference from Mumbai. Thank you.
Thank you, Ravneet. Ms. Hema Ravichandar.
Good afternoon and namaste, shareholders. I am Hema Ravichandar, an independent director of your company, participating in the AGM through VC from Bangalore. I chair the Nomination and Remuneration Committee of the company.
Thank you, Hema. Mr. Yanni Holthausen.
Good afternoon, shareholders. I'm Johannes Holzhausen. I'm an independent director of your company, and I'm participating through a video conference from Abu Dhabi. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Yanni. Ms. Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw.
Namaste, shareholders. This is Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw, participating in this AGM on VC from Paris.
Thank you, Kiran. Mr. P. Venkatesalu.
Good afternoon, shareholders. I'm P. Venkatesalu, Executive Director and Chief Executive Officer of your company, participating in this AGM through VC from Mumbai.
Mr. Neeraj Basoor, Chief Financial Officer. Representatives of Deloitte Haskins & Sells LLP, statutory auditors, and Parekh & Associates secretarial auditors are also attending this meeting through video conference. Since there is no physical attendance of members required at this meeting, in compliance with the circulars issued by MCA and SEBI, the requirement of appointing proxies is not applicable. All the registers are required under the Companies Act 2013 are available for inspection. The notice convening this meeting, along with all the proposed resolutions being considered at this meeting, have been circulated to all the members. I take the same as received and read. There are no qualifications or observations in the statutory auditor's report and the secretarial auditor's report. Hence, these are not required to be read. All the resolutions mentioned in the notice convening this AGM have already been put to vote through remote e-voting, and there will be no proposing and seconding of resolutions. The voting results would be announced within 2 working days of the conclusion of the meeting, and the same would be intimated to the stock exchanges and uploaded on the website of the company and NSDL. I authorize Ms. Krupa Anandpara, Company Secretary, to accept, acknowledge, and countersign the scrutinizer's report and declare the consolidated voting results on receipt of the scrutinizer's report. Before I call upon shareholders who have registered to speak, I would like to say how pleased I am to be here to present the performance of your company for the year 23-24. The last year has been an exciting year for us at Trent, with your company crossing several significant milestones. We completed 25 years in our retail business. We crossed 10,000 crores in turnover for the first time. We crossed 1,000 crores in profit after tax for the first time. We added 250 stores to our portfolio during the year. We received the prestigious Tata Group's JRD-QV Leadership Award for Business Excellence. Trent's market cap crossed 150,000 crore, taking the company into the top 50 companies in the country by market cap. And we're ready to launch Star Bazaar as our third engine of growth. I'm sure you will all join your board and me in applauding the management and all our colleagues for their efforts in making all this happen. The Indian retail market, currently ranked 5th in the world, is projected to grow to 375 lakh crore by the end of the decade. Food, apparel, beauty, footwear, and home furnishing segments that we participate in account for over 60% of the total Indian retail market, and they afford us a huge opportunity to grow over the next 25 years. So we are only in the initial laps of our journey. In addition to being the 5th largest retail market, we are witnessing consistent GDP growth of 7% plus, which is fueling consumer demand in India. The year under review saw robust demand for your company's products across our brands, evidenced by record footfalls across our stores. Westside, our leading lifestyle concept, witnessed elevated footfalls all throughout the year. With 232 stores across the country, it has become a destination brand catering to an audience demanding fresh fashion across men's, women's, kids, innerwear, beauty, personal care, footwear, and home. During the year, we have opened 30 new stores and replaced several stores which were too small or poorly located with bigger and more beautiful stores to try and offer an elevated experience across all our stores. Our value fashion concept, ZUDIO, continues to grow rapidly. Footfalls and like-for-like sales improved strongly during the year. ZUDIO, which offers function and fashion at irresistible prices, is on the way to becoming one of India's biggest lifestyle brands. We opened 203 new stores and undertook a program of store upgradation whilst also replacing stores that did not live up to brand expectations. We started trialing our new concept called Samo in the premium contemporary space, where contemporary occasion wear space, by opening 3 stores this year. We will continue to refine our collections this year based on customer feedback before launching the brand across India in the future. In all, we ended the year with 811 stores across 178 cities and will continue to expand by adding another 30 Westside and 200 ZUDIO stores in the current year. Our food business, operated by Trent Hypermarket, is a 50-50 joint venture with Tesco PLC, is an integral part of our retail strategy. Over the last 2 years, we have modified our strategy, which has led to strong results in customer numbers, loyalty, and delivered strong revenue growth. At Star, we seek to offer a curated selection of merchandise with a growing proportion of own branded products. We believe that in addition to delivering exciting offers, it is critical to establish a reputation for a compelling price proposition to our customers. Whilst offering a good shopping experience through store layout enhancements, we want to be proximate to our customers as well. Our exclusive retail brands, Fabsta, Clea, and Sky, now span more than 660 SKUs and have continued to gain customers' share of wallet. During the year, we replaced our general merchandise completely with our own brand, Smartle, with very encouraging results. In inflationary times, these brands offer our customers excellent products at a 20 to 30% discount to select leading equivalent brands, and we hope that our customers will take advantage of this opportunity to save on their grocery spends. I'm happy to share with you that revenues have registered a like-for-like growth of 27%, indicating that our customers' approval of our strategy and giving us the confidence to start rolling out new stores at a faster pace in the days ahead. We intend to open 20 to 25 stores this year and an even higher number of stores in the following years. We also have financial investments in two separate entities of Inditex Spain to distribute Zara and Massimo Dutti merchandise. These entities only operate these stores in India under a license and with merchandise supplied exclusively from Inditex. Since these entities are completely dependent on Inditex for permission to use the brands and for sourcing the products they sell on terms and conditions determined by Inditex, we view our commitments as a financial investment only and not strategic, long-term investments integral to our retail operations. Now, coming to the financial results, the company registered an exceptional gain of 544 crores in the last quarter due to a change in the accounting treatment of leases under Ind AS 116 as a consequence of our periodic store upgradation program, which involves relocation, expansion, and occasional consolidation and closure of stores. Overall, during the last year, our brands have been able to capitalize on the growth of the economy with very encouraging results. For FY 23-24, on a standalone basis, your company reported total revenues of 12,277 crores, a growth of 51%, and profit after tax of 1,436 crores, a growth of 158%. It would be appropriate to look at the profit after tax, excluding the one-time lease accounting related gains. On this basis, the profit after tax was 1,029 crore, a growth of 86% over FY 23. Similarly, on a consolidated basis, your company reported revenues of 12,664 crores, profit after tax of 1,477 crores, a growth of 49% and 275% respectively. It would once again be appropriate to look at the profit after tax, excluding the one-time lease accounting related gains. On this basis, the profit after tax was 1,039 crores, a growth of 164% over FY 23. This year, your board has recommended a dividend of 320%, i.e. 3.2 per equity share of rupees 1 each for the financial year 23-24, subject to the approval of shareholders, involving a cash outlay of 113.76 crores as compared to 78.21 crore last year. On behalf of the board and myself, I would like to extend a huge thank you to all my colleagues at Trent for their efforts and dedication in delivering these excellent results and for addressing this huge opportunity that lies ahead of us with speed, and to all stakeholders, including members, for your trust and support. I will now take your questions, and the first speaker is Mr. Arun Kumar Bopanna.
Hello.
Yep.
Hello.
Good afternoon, Mr. Bopanna.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
I'm good,
Good
thank
afternoon,
you. And you?
everybody. Thanks to Krupa and Kritika for sending the annual report in time and keeping me as speaker number 1. And welcome to Krupa to Trent as the company secretary. Sir, like India shining, Trent is shining, NNT and Venkat are smiling, and the share has got many a mile upwards and northwards. And I compliment you for that and the management for the share price. Trent has delivered 100x returns during the last 15 years. The value creation has been unprecedented, transforming Trent Limited into a lifestyle fashion retailer. And Trent unfolded as a high fashion quotient, but at a low price point, aimed at the youth segment of India. And sir, history has always seen 100x growth arrive at a maturing end of the business cycle. But to everyone's surprise, we are growing, increasing investments and improvements. And Chairman, sir, and I believe you believe that even at 12,000 crores revenues, this is just a start, and we are in the initial lap of our growth. 4 days ago, I was in Allahabad West Side store, the new one with Pankaj Singh. It's a lovely store. I've been to West Side after so many years because all the things which I bought 10 years ago are still lasting. So there's no replacement for me. And I was so happy visiting the store at Allahabad. And he gave me such a good reception too. And my questions, ZUDIO saw remarkable expansion in since 1717. What is the future roadmap for 2-tier and 3-tier towns? And India's unorganized retailers represent over 57% of the apparel market. When will this change and the organized retail take a lead? What is the next growth engine for Trent? Our portfolio of own brands are across various categories. What will be the surprise brand in the pipeline and in which category? I know all trees don't grow to the sky. Sir, how is our marriage with Inditex of Zara going? In an era when a husband and wife living together is called a joint family, any plans of Inditex to launch new brands under JV with us? What are the challenges with the new youthful consumer base, changing demographic trends, and disposable income rising? Any challenges foreseen in regulations, compliances, technologies with the change of government? How are you strengthening the digital infrastructure backbone in the 2-tier and 3-tier cities to fulfill growth ambitions? It's a huge opportunity. It's driven by higher incomes and better aspirations among the customers. And how are HR challenges between aspirations, achievement, demand, and delivery met? Are we investing in human capital in proportion to the opportunities we have in front of us? There's enormous pressure to reinvent and train people to be what they could be and not what they are today. Lastly, sir, welcome to Venkat as the future MD. He is always warm, cheerful, with a clear-eyed view of key areas, with a generous slice of integrity, commitment, compassion, and unwavering dedication to the ideals of Tata Group. With humility, empathy, sympathy, and tolerance, will face all challenges in the role of MD, and he is the right choice as the MD post. I fully support the appointment. In conclusion, with the revival of expenditure, I wish Trent all the best to be a beacon of growth in the Tata Group. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Arun. The next speaker is, who's the next speaker? Anil Parekh.
Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Good afternoon, Mr.
Do you
Parekh.
hear me, sir? Do you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes, we can hear you. Please
Good,
go ahead.
good afternoon, sir. I hope you all are safe and fine at your respective end. I'm attending this meeting from Canada, and it's early morning here in Canada. Uh, I extend wholehearted support to all the resolutions proposed today. And I have some questions. Firstly, I would like to welcome Krupa Anandpara as a company secretary and compliance officer to the Trent, and many best of luck for her in the company. Sir, my question pertains to our new brand, Samoa. We have just only 2 to 3 stores as of today? And what are your plans as far as extending our wings in Samo? And also, Utsa and Misbu, if you can highlight these three brands, what are your business plans as far as future expansion is concerned? Secondly, sir, uh, I would like to thank all the management people for declaring dividend of 325%. Excellent, sir. And we all are very happy being a shareholder of this company. And we see every year on year basis excellent performance. And I support all the resolutions proposed today. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Parekh. The next speaker is Mr. Yusuf Rangwala.
हेलो गुड आफ्टरनून चेयरमैन सर आपको आवाज आ रहा है सर हेलो
हाँ आवाज आ रहा है गुड आफ्टरनून
Sir, very good afternoon, sir. Sir, this is 72 annual general meeting. Sir, next 3 years we will complete it 75 years. Sir, 3 साल का सर अभी हमको मत कराओ सर. Sir, 3 साल पहले आप बोनस दीजिए सर. Point number 1, we are very happy that our shares of company price 5,000 at present. Point number 2, excellent annual report printed 360 pages by our Krupa Madam and his team. Point number 3, very good dividend, 3 rupees 20 paisa on face value 1. So this is very excellent and it's a very handsome dividend which you have given, sir. So point number 4, glad to see our number of stores. For example, West Side 91 city, 232. Point number 2, Zara, which is one of the leaders, sir. Zara, if you went to Phoenix Mill, so it is so excellent store. Whenever ladies went inside, they will not come out, sir, before purchasing our products, sir. It is a very good company products also. Point number 3, Mizba, 6 city, 10 store. Sahu, 2 cities and 2 store. And Zodia, 164 cities and 544. Sir, there are many excellent, sir. Point number 4, CR activities, page number 32 to 35. This shows how our Tata companies are caring for the poor. So your brother, Ratan Tata, who is a damn, आप उनकी गाइडेंस में सर, उनके ब्रदर हो सर, उनकी सर इतनी हार्ड वर्किंग है सर. और कंपनी को क्या कहना सर, जहाँ आप रहते सर हमें कोई गम नहीं है सर. सर और कृपा मैडम और उनकी टीम, आज मुझे दिक्कत हो रहा था सर, उन्होंने मुझे हेल्प किया. आई एम वेरी थैंकफुल टू कृपा मैडम एंड टीम फॉर हेल्पिंग मी एंड ऑल्सो solving my problem, sir. This shows how our Tata companies are good services, sir. I am salute you, sir, for the services, sir. Nothing more question, and I thanks our company and also thanks our Krupa Madam's team for giving us very excellent services, sir. Sir, no more question from my side. Wishing you a very happy old festival from my side, and I thanks our company secretary and his team for helping me, sir, in this link, sir. Thank you very much, sir. God bless you, sir.
Thank you
sir. Jai
thank
Hind,
you
sir.
Mr. Rangwala.
Video photo चालू होता है, sir.
Thank you.
No problem, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rangwala. The next speaker is Mr. Naveen Bothra.
Yeah, a very warm greetings to our respected Chairman Noel Tata, sir, our ED and CEO, Mr. Venkat, other distinguished board members, and the management team of Trent. A very warm greetings to all of you. I am Naveen Bothra, attending the 72nd AGM of Trent Limited from Delhi, and it's my pleasure and privilege interacting with you, sir, for the third consecutive year. And it's I sincerely express my gratitude to you, Chairman, sir, and convey my heartiest congratulations to the team, to the whole team at Trent Limited for their untiring efforts in the huge, fantastic wealth creation for all the shareholders of the company, and generating and being 5x in the last couple of years, and especially especially in generating more than 1.3 lakh crore of market cap from last AGM to this AGM. This AGM being 3x, and which leads us to the imminent entry in the Nifty 50 very soon, in the September realignment of the Nifty 50. Advance congratulations to all the team, and I applaud the efforts and hard work of the team under your visionary leadership and guidance, and Mr. Venkat's and the team members, senior management team's efforts in creating all these fantastic wealth creation journey. I still recall and remember your words in the last AGM, wherein on my question of initial lapse of growth, you said that Trent has the capabilities and resources to generate 10x of revenues. But whether that happens during your chairmanship time or sometimes later, I still recall all these words, and thank you very much for providing this vision to the long-term shareholders, which has already led into more than 3x returns in the last AGM to AGM, 1 year, complete 1 year, 12th June 2023 to 12th June 2024. Thank you, sir. Congratulations for this one. I also take in congratulating our MD, our CEO, Mr. Venkat, on his elevation as a managing director, and welcoming Ms. Karan Majumdar to the board of Trent as an independent director. And we look forward to her valuable guidance in the journey ahead. A very big thanks and welcome to our company secretary, Karpa Madam, and our team for a smooth onboarding in this virtual meeting and sending me all the physical documents well in time. Once again, I would like to congratulate the team at Trent Limited for generating Trent Limited under your visionary guidance, and ably led by our young and energetic CEO, Mr. Venkat, for achieving 50% increase in net sales during the year, and wonderful increase in the profits of the company for this financial year 23-24. And in fact, we have generated 45% CAGR growth in our revenues in the last 5 years, which is quite commendable. And this has led to the huge wealth creation. So in lighter vein, Chairman sir, in lighter vein, can we say this is just the trailer of the upcoming journey of Trent, which you in your chairman's speech already alluded to the next 25 years, huge opportunities for our retail sector and especially for Trent. So can we say picture abhi baki hai? Chairman sir, now coming to the points, I would like to have your kind consideration for the following points, sir. Theme of our this year's annual report is, sir, new, now, next. New.now.next is the theme of our this year's annual report. I would request you, Chairman sir, to kindly share your wisdom on what's the new now. Website is already there, ZUDIO is already there, which you have alluded that 30 and 200 stores will be the target for the year. So what's new now for Trent? You already said about the Star Bazaar as the third growth engine. Mishpu or Studio West, can it be the new now? If you can explain for the benefit of the shareholders, and what's the next in this unstoppable growth journey of Trent? Second one, sir, regarding Studio West, as I see it, is it the rebirth of Lakme? हिंदी में हम कह सकते हैं क्या ये लक्मे का पुनर्जन्म है? स्टूडियो वेस्ट जो कॉन्सेप्ट है, जो अभी स्टोर है वेस्ट साइड स्टोर्स में, तो क्या आप बता सकते हैं कि क्या स्टूडियो वेस्ट कॉन्सेप्ट को हम ब्यूटी प्लेटफॉर्म में अलग फॉर्मेट में भी लेके आएंगे क्या फ्यूचर में? ये आपसे रिक्वेस्ट है कि आप बताने की कृपा करें. नेक्स्ट वन इज द थर्ड पॉइंट इज रिगार्डिंग द USPs vis-a-vis risks. We are very happy that we have achieved 50% growth and the 45% CAGR growth in the last 5 years. And we wish it continues for the decade to come. However, there was a news item which says, sir, as per Retailer Association of India, that the country's top 100 retailers in last year generated only 4 to 7% growth, comparatively quite slower growth of 4 to 7%. And we achieved quite decent growth. So would like to have your views, sir, about the two USPs of Trent, which are giving us outside traction of the consumer wallet for our products and offerings, sir. And in the same way, if you can throw some more lights on the two biggest risks for our retail business as a Trent, which we may face in future, it will be quite helpful for the shareholders, sir. I usually commend the board's decision for adopting long-term incentive scheme based on the company's market price, which further aligns the employees' interest in the huge wealth creation journey going ahead also. Sir, I have already voted in favor of all the resolutions, and all the resolutions, your appointment as well as Venkat sir's elevation to the MD, and all the resolutions I already voted in favor. I hereby propose a vote of thanks to the esteemed board, sir, and thank you very much for providing me this opportunity to interact with you, sir. It's quite a pleasure and happy to interact with you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Bothra. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Would like to have your views. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Shareholders, considering that we have 22 speakers today, may I request you to please come straight to your questions and to stay within the 3 minutes of time, in fairness to all the other shareholders who are at the end of the queue. The next speaker is Ashalata Maheshwari.
हेलो श्रीमान चेयरमैन साहब, मेरे सभी डायरेक्टर भाई, आप सबको मेरा सादर नमस्कार। मेरा नाम आशा लता माहेश्वरी, मैं बम्बई से ही बोल रही हूँ। सबसे पहले तो मैं चेयरमैन साहब, आपके मुस्कुराते हुए फोटो जो मैंने बैलेंस शीट में देखी, बहुत खुश नजर आ रहे थे आप। बहुत बढ़िया स्माइल, सूट वूट पहने हुए बहुत अच्छे आप लग रहे थे। मुझे बहुत आपको मैं मुबारकें देती हूँ इस बात की। और चेयरमैन साहब, बहुत जबरदस्त प्रॉफिट रहा है अपने को, करीब दुगना, बहुत जबरदस्त प्रॉफिट रहा है, करीब। लेकिन सेल्स भी बहुत बड़ी है। चेयरमैन साहब, अर्निंग पर शेयर भी आपने जबरदस्त दिया है, डिविडेंड जबरदस्त देकर आपने शेयर होल्डर का बहुत ध्यान रखा है। मैं आपकी जितनी तारीफ करूं चेयरमैन साहब, उतनी कम है। मैं आपके लिए पहले 2 शब्द कहूंगी। चेहरे पर होगी आपके सुविधा, खुशियां सबके, आप आंखों में आपके सम्मान होगा। मुझे यकीन है चेयरमैन साहब, एक दिन आपके कदमों में आसमान होगा। इतनी तारीफ आपकी करूंगी, जिस तरह काम चल रहा है ऐसा ही होगा। और CSR प्रोग्राम भी आपका बहुत बढ़िया है। औरतों के लिए, बच्चों के लिए आप बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं। आप सबको बहुत दुआएं मिलेंगी चेयरमैन साहब। और बैलेंस शीट के बारे में मैं क्या कहूँ आपको चेयरमैन साहब, इतने अच्छे से है। और इसके लिए मैं कृपा जी को बहुत धन्यवाद दूंगी। मैं उनको बहुत सालों से जानती हूँ चेयरमैन साहब, और जब वो आपके पास आई थी मैं बहुत खुश हुई थी कि अब हमारे चेयरमैन साहब के पास आई है, अब प्रॉफिट भी बढ़िया होने लग जाएगा। बहुत लकी लड़की है, मैं उसको भी धन्यवाद देती हूँ चेयरमैन साहब। आप उसको चेयरमैन साहब कभी हटाइए मत, आप उसको अपने पास ही रखिए। उनको मुझे यही उम्मीद है उनसे कि चेयरमैन साहब आपने शेयर होल्डर को निहाल कर दिया। मेरी भगवान से यही प्रार्थना है कि वो इसी तरह आपके दिन दुगनी और रात चौगनी तरक्की करते रहें। कहूंगी मुस्कुराहट का कोई मोल नहीं होता, रिश्तों का कोई तोल नहीं होता। लोग तो मिल जाते हैं हर मोड़ पर चेयरमैन साहब आपकी मुस्कुराहट को देखते हुए कोई नहीं मुझे मिलता। मैं इसी के साथ आपको धन्यवाद भी देती हूँ। आपको मेरी नजर ना लगे चेयरमैन साहब, आपने इतना बढ़िया काम किया है कि आप आज बैंक घर में जाकर नजर जरूर उतरवा लीजिए अपनी, ये मेरा कहना है। आप जरा स्माइल दीजिए चेयरमैन साहब। धन्यवाद धन्यवाद।
Thank you, Mrs. Maheshwari. Thank you. The next speaker is Mr. Dharav Jamadar.
Good afternoon to chairman and all the persons on the board.
Good
First of all,
afternoon.
congratulations
Good afternoon.
to all the stakeholders for having such a successful financial year. Some of my questions are, sir, first, do you see challenging demand environment due to higher inflation and interest rate? Our like-for-like growth and robust footprint additions, which right now is an outlier in our industry, will it get impacted? Second, keeping in mind higher raw material prices this year, what would be our product mix in terms of manufacturing products in-house as well as outsourcing the same? Third, what measures are we going to consider in order to improvise our falling gross margins in this fiscal year? Fourth, in terms of stores penetration and expansion, at what penetration level are we at right now and what level are we targeting for this fiscal year? Fifth, with respect to sales mix, right now online sales contribution is only 6% of the total sales. So how are we planning to increase the same? Sixth, what challenges do you perceive our emerging categories and new businesses will face that will temper their robust growth this fiscal year? Seventh, can we expect our company to mark its first international presence this year? Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Jamadar. The next speaker is Mr. Ashok Subramaniam.
Good afternoon. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, respected chairman, sir, the board of directors, the independent directors, the employees, and as well as our individual shareholders. Thank you for accepting my request for participation in the 72nd AGM as a speaker. I feel this is the third or fourth AGM I'm attending of Trent. And I would like to speak in the capacity of a shareholder as well as the end user of your products, and as well as some other things I would like to offer to you in an individual capacity. So I would first of all like to congratulate the entire team for the wonderful performance and the way it has been rewarded to the stakeholders in terms of the dividend and as well as into the market capitalization. But going down, I see at the last AGM, I requested one thing that the distribution of shareholding can be taken in the AG annual report, and you have beautifully represented it. From that, I could note that people with shareholding of 1 to 500 are having 2.56% of their holdings. So, thank you very much for accepting that. One more request I put it in the last AGM, which I will cover in the end of the thing, which is not part of the financials. Okay. Then if I go this thing I saw is that in the AGM, in the annual report, it is said that Trend is in the process of implementing IoT with smart energy solutions already installed in 112 stores. And details of the same may be given to stakeholders. In this context, I observed that all new retail stores that is whether it's studio, ZUDIO or everything. I have gone through the Kota, Chennai, Ahmedabad, Thane, Hyderabad and Indore are having glass panels in different fascia. So I have an apprehension that this brings a lot of sunlight into the stores, especially when I walked into the recently opened Velachery store in Chennai. Does it increase the inside temperature because of that? Does it increase the energy load? That is one point to be looked at. Of course, it gives a better health aspects to the people in the customers as well as the workers. Maybe you would have addressed this, so kindly have a look at it. Then, in that context, though I speak from Coimbatore, I find your concept of the whole thing in one complex, the Trent, the studio, and everything, and the way you have built that whole infrastructure is wonderful. It's a beautiful experience to walk in and do. And one small comfort zone I would like to extend in that all your stores is that because all of us nowadays, everybody visit these stores with elderly people. So there is no much space for them to be seated, or there are not genetic oriented. Now coming to the page number 57 of the annual report, I'm talking about the PDF page number, not the annual report page number. It states that enhancing energy efficiency in our operations for focusing on scope 1 and scope 2. So I'm not sure whether does retail space fit in scope 1 or scope 2. It's not clearly explicit in that. And also there are two things declared in that projected is energy consumed is 600 TJ, and I don't know what is the unit. It is tetrajoule or terajoule. I don't know what is it. And contribution of renewables is only 2 joule, 2 TJ. So it's not in that proposition. Maybe there is enough scope to look at that. Page 55, it's talk about regular health checkup of employees in vulnerable age groups. So the statement needs little more qualification with respect to what is this vulnerable age group. And I saw that more than 20,000 people of the Trent is only 35 years age. So if there is a vulnerability level, then it has to be seen. Now I have one more comfort zone I wanted to give. Page 56 starts about strategic CSR. It is basically looking at offsetting of carbon emission created through shared value to customer communities, to communities through recycling, upcycling, and upcycling the fabric to shopping bags and stuffed toys. Appreciate the efforts, the thought process, and though it would have been started in a small way, everything starts in a small way. In that aspect, the congratulations to the entire team. However, the total spend of on CSR, though it satisfies the Companies Act requirement of 3.96 crore, considering our profit margin, I think there is enough scope for us to enhance on that aspect. And most of this part I have covered it. In previous AGM also I have stated one thing about that our stores not catering to senior citizens women, especially for the traditional dresses like sarees and all those things. And I'm surprised that my such a request in a Trend has been taken away by Titan through their Tanira network. Okay. So anyhow, it's the same group, so there is no complaint to that. Okay. Now considering the ease of operation, sir, there are different platforms available like Big Basket, Tata New, then Star Bazaar, then Star Quick, and then 1MG. There are a lot of combinations. So why don't we have a single thing? Everybody migrates into one thing and through that itself do that. I think maybe you can look at that. This platform can be brought together. Okay. Then another thing, number of looking at this number of districts in Tamil Nadu, you have 39 districts, and all districts are equally developed, and they have a good appetite for fabric and as well as basic clothing, and as well as they are very good for fashion. So, however, Trend has only 17 outlets in entire Tamil Nadu. I feel this is an area or a space which we can look at it. Now, new products like Sky, Clea, and Fabstar are not able to be reached me because in my geography it is not available. So neither I have a service of Star Quick or Big Basket. If we can introduce them in Big Basket, it will be a wonderful idea. So your reach will be much faster. Okay. Now coming to the least part is the next section is that. See, I am also offering now that I just superannuated from my service. So presently, I'm doing a what you call a CSR leadership program through Tata Group, offered by Tata Steel Foundation and XLRA. So recently I have done a study for them, and I find that in the entire country, there are dropouts in terms of failure in 10th and 11th, 12th standard to the tune of 3 lakh students per year. Okay, so this is a possibility that these children people can be taken up as one of our possible people can be used to develop them as a trade practices like plumbing, electrical, whatever way it is, and they can be generated some livelihood and be generated for it, which will be a win-win situation for both the organization as well as for the general public. And there can be none other than this, but this will be one of the best CSR we can do also at no much cost to it. Okay. So with that, I think, and second thing is that I would also look forward to be in touch with your CSR team in case I can take up some live project with you or any other ideas I can take it up. So in any other capacity, maybe in a safety audit, I saw that your external audits, in the audit that is written that you have performed only external electrical audit, but not general audit has been done. General safety audit, I think it's not there in the AGM. So if I can be utilized for that purpose, I'll be glad to give a service. And thankfully, I don't need any kind of remuneration for it.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you very much, sir. So once
Thank
again,
you.
I
Thank
congratulate the
you.
entire team and all the stakeholders. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. The next speaker is Mr. Manoj Kumar Gupta.
Hello? Hello, can you hear me,
Yes,
sir?
Mr. Gupta. Yes, we can hear
How are you,
you.
sir? Yeah, good
Very well,
afternoon,
thank you.
respected Chairman, Board of Directors, fellow shareholders. My name is Manoj Kumar Gupta. I have joined this meeting from my residence, Kolkata. Sir, I feel proud to see you because we people like the brand of Tata. And I totally agree with the previous speaker. The brand of West Side and the Judio is very popular under your leadership. And I thanks to you and your team for the excellent result of the company for the year 24. And now the market cap has crossed more than 1 lakh crore rupees. So when you will reward to the shareholders, not the issue of bonus, equity bonus, issue the bonus debenture, sir. After that's a long due. Sir, have you any plan to demerge and list a company in the stock market like as a Aditya Birla Fashion? Aditya Birla Fashion has just now purchased Delhi West TCNS. They merged and now they are going to demerge the Madura garments from Aditya Birla Fashion. So you have also planned to have you any plan to demerge any subsidiary or any brand to list in the market like as West Side or Trent, West Side or ZUDIO. ZUDIO is very popular for the middle class, and now I thanks to your team to open a store near to my residence in the heart of the city, Bada Bazaar, Calcutta. So that Judio is very popular, and when I go in Judio, I find there is a crowd in the Judio. So what's your future plan for the company to take the company further in this field, because there is a lot of competition in this business? So what's your future outlook for next 2 to 3 years for the brand and the marketing and the retail? So what's your future outlook? Now the new government had take over and the budget will come in the mid of July. So what's your expectation? And I strongly support all the resolutions, and especially I thanks to the company secretary and our team to help us to join this meeting through VC. I faced some problem to join this meeting, but I've called that lady several times, but she helped me. So I thanks. And sir, it would be my pleasure to meet you, sir. You are not coming to Calcutta, so you make a plan to come to Calcutta. And sir, one thing is that today I got a letter from Speed Post from Trent about the KYC. Sir, that share I've already deposited with the TSR Darsa 4 5 years back
Gupta, if you
to
can
transfer in
take
my
that up
single
with the
name.
company secretary. Mr. Gupta, please
Yes.
take that up with the company secretary. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Gautam Tiwari is the next speaker.
Sir, can you listen me?
Yes, we can hear you, Mr. Tiwari.
Oh, thank you. So nice to see you, sir. Very proud and very much happy to see you with the progress which is unmatched anywhere at the global level, sir. You have done the real fantastic. You have given fantastic results under your leadership with Mr. Venkateselu, who has been working very hard, and his team. He has made them work hard, and the so marvelous results you have produced. Every year I used to give mathematical figures. This year I don't have to give, because last year what was the price, around 2000 something, and this year it is crossing 5000. So the shareholders who have been there with you right from beginning, and especially for this year and even 2-3 years, have become mala mal. So really, on behalf of all the shareholders, sir, I would like to give you, sir, please look here, sir. Sir, I have to give you big
Yes.
salute for your grand success. One more success, one more feather in Miss Noel Tata's feather. I am there with all your companies, along with all Tata Group companies, and I must be very well right from first day, sir. Sir, very, very good afternoon to all eminent directors, also to all my fellow shareholders. I'm speaking now from Bombay, sir. I was abroad for some time, and I'm very happy that I'm here now, and I am here to stay. Now, sir, I would like to specially thank our very intelligent grand performer, Mr. CEO, ED, as I have said, Mr. Venkateselu, who has given marvelous, wonderful, amazing performance during the year, and with the hat trick of achieving more than 1 lakh crore as this thing market cap. Sir, I would also like to, sir, please ask you, request you to reward shareholders for reaching such a good market cap in some way, as a form of debenture, as our previous shareholder, as Mr. Manoj has spoken, so that the shareholders, as you had done much before also by giving the debentures, and after 18 months or so, they have been converted into shares, part of it. So something like that you can do this year also, if at all you feel it all right. Sir, then I would like to welcome Sir Krupa, who has been picked up from from Abbott Laboratories, and who is a very good, excellent hospitality, excellent investor care, very good service to all investors, along with her team, Krutika, and all uh, persons who are there in the secretarial department. And I am very happy, sir, that you are selecting such diamond-like persons for the what you call investors service, always and all the time. Sir, while going through corporate governance, I find from the annual report that all the directors have attended all the meetings, board meetings, which shows that all the directors are giving enough time, enough expertise, taking all the efforts to make our company a very good progress, which reflects in the today's share market price, the way the company has progressed. Sir, I support as
Tiwari, do
usual.
you have any questions?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Any
I have
questions
got.
for us? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I have got, sir.
Can you
As
please
I
give
have
us?
already expressed, sir, our dividend is taxable in the hands of shareholders. So, of course, you have optimized the dividend, and I am very happy that the rest of the profits have been used for this growth of the company. Sir, the promoters' stake, can it be increased further so that it will give a good signal to the market? Sir, our Star Bazaar is introducing very good own products, and it has got great potential if we expand it in other sections also. So I compliment you for the Star Bazaars become making it third growth engine. Sir, as I had suggested, why not make Star Bazaar a listed company? Because, sir, we have got already expertise of Trent as a listed company, and for money there is no problem for expansion. All the shareholders will be there. Sir, I would like to ask you, sir, which sector amongst our ZUDIO, Westside, Star Bazaar, and Zara and all is giving us the maximum sales volume and maximum profits? And what is company's strategy to increase these stores further? in various cities. Sir, looking at our brisk and robust performance year on year and increasing graph in terms of sales and volume with maximum turnover and enhanced profitability, would it not be logical to consider to start our business operations globally or internationally? Sir, how many are our own stores and how many are on contract basis? Dear sir, lastly, I would like to wholeheartedly thank our all the team of management for their excellent performance. I also thank all employees, executives, officers, and staff for their contribution and commitment and dedication for in the work of the progress. As we trust, sir, Sir, as we trust, we have got total trust, faith, and confidence in the management of Tata Group. Our lifetime assurance is always there, and it will still be there in future. It will continue. I wish each and every member a very long, happy, healthy, joyous, peaceful life, and along with the bright future for the company under your excellent management. Thank you very much, sir. Once again, Jai Hind.
Thank you, Mr. Tiwari. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you,
The
sir.
next speaker is Mr. Vinod Agarwal.
Yeah, can you hear me, sir? Yeah. Respected Chairman,
Yes,
Mr.
we
Noel
can.
Tata, CFO Venkateselu, CFO Neeraj Bajaj, and Basur, and CS Krupa Anandapura. I welcome Krupa to our company from Abbott. Sir, I mean, I have immense appreciation for the company by the way the market capitalization has gone up in the past year. So we had the highest ever revenue last year, which was 5 year CAGR of 39% and a PAT of 1% 5 year CAGR, which is unmatched by any other company. So I've already sent a mail to the company, and I would be expecting a reply to to that. So I don't want to be taking a lot of time, sir. I wish the company all the best, sir. I've already sent a mail, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Agarwal. We'll make sure you receive a response to your mail. The next speaker is Mr. Sharat Kumar Jivraj Shah.
Sir, you're on mute. I request you to unmute yourself.
Yeah, can you hear me, sir? Okay. Hello.
Yes,
Can I
we
speak
can
now?
hear you.
Yeah.
But very softly, but we can hear you,
Sir,
yes.
today in meeting, what job you have done, you have tried to explain how 23-24 is the best year for trains. But what I found, reason for the best result, which is missed out in your speech, and whole load of today's meeting you have taken on your head. So first point, which is very important, sir, that is page number 80. Sales per square feet is rupees 15,776, which is very high, and that is the main reason. And the only thing here, I don't have the figure. What is the average price per square feet of our stores? That is not, I could not find out. If you can find, say, but this is the main reason. And another thing on the same page, the volume is increased from 1,593 to 2,770 lakhs. The volume has also increased, and this made the company at a bumper profit in this year, sir. And because of this, what has happened? I have got more money. So if I refer page number 92, key financial figures, our debit equity ratio has come down from 1.4 to 0.39. It means company doesn't need money. Company doesn't require right issue to have money. Everything is fine, sir. And another thing what I found, sir, by last speaker, what he said, we are not very small people. Our quality, fashion is world class. What I have seen in 2022 in USA and what we are seeing today in India is same. So what I request, you don't depend on Zara. Have a store at least one store in Seattle, which is the richest city in USA, and our sales will be more than what we are having, because in USA, November, December, people return their goods, which is $93 billion. So can you imagine what will be the sales amount in USA? So have at least one store in Seattle and try our luck. And sir, one thing you have missed, what I'm saying, share price is good, earning per share is good. Good, it is 3 times everything. And what is happened first time, because of the good profit in last 72 years, I have no record for that, but what I observed this year, employment cost for this year, first time I'm observing, is the lowest than the PAT. And it shows me that my company, we run for the shareholders and not the employees. So that is a good sign. Please keep it up also. And another thing, sir, you talked about Harsh, but I think he's not present. But I met him some 2 years back in a meeting with Mrs. Nandan Nilkili. That's Harsh, but you are talked about director. And another thing, sir, when our results are good, all these pages like 179, 247 shows earning per share of the order of 41.82. Then on why on page number 10 and 11, earning per share is shown only 28.95. So why this has happened, that is not clear. If you look into it and reply me, I will be happy, sir. Another thing, sir, when I was referring page number 120, our apparel business is 85.33% and non-apparel business is 14.63. So what I told Tata Consumer also recently, yesterday I talked to them, why not you take non-apparel business of trade in their portfolio, or otherwise you can have a separate company for this. That is my request, sir. And I think I talked everything, but I have not talked one thing which is in the interest of mine, sir. Last 72 years, you have got a dividend distribution policy, which is very old. In last 71 years, you never made profit. In this year, you made a profit tremendously, bumper profit. It is necessary for you to change dividend distribution policy definitely. And I'm really not supporting your dividend resolution, which is rupees something like 2.75 or 3, looking at the price of 5,000 rupees per share. So please look into it, because like HUL and other things, they at least they distribute the profit or the dividend equal to earning per share. That is the policy we should look for. If we look into that policy, I will be very happy, sir. And I'm very happy because I have not sold any shares. Another thing, sir, this is a very interesting point. On 4th June, sir, what happened? 3rd June, all share price, 4th June share prices or 3rd June share prices have fall down. And 2008, also same thing was happened. That time you were also the chairman and you sold lot of shares of trade. I would like to know whether this same thing you are repeated this year also. That is for information. Okay, sir. Thank you very much for giving me opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Shah. The next speaker is Mrs. Mascarenhas. I didn't follow the last question.
You're saying that you sold shares on.
Hello? 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 Hello?
Yes, Miss Mascarenhas.
Yes. Good afternoon. I am Mrs. C. Mascarenhas speaking from Mumbai. Respected Chairman, Mr. Noel and Tata, members of the board, and my dear fellow shareholders, I am speaking from Mumbai. First of all, I thank our company's secretary, Petit, Madam Krupa Anandpara, for sending me an annual report and also registering me as a speaker and giving me this platform to speak. I welcome Madam Krupa. She is really a lady luck. In her earlier company also, the share was to the height, and now she has come here. It has crossed 5,000 per share of one. It becomes 50,000. I am extremely happy, sir. I'm very, very extremely. Keep this lady in luck with us. Our annual report is very beautiful with lots of photos and of stores and fashion and women and also food, etc., etc. Congratulations for all the awards. I appreciate the very good CSR work done by us, which is giving us all these blessings. I do not have any questions to ask because the performance or the action speaks louder than the words. Now my only query is the roadmap for the next 5 years. According to you, which vertical will grow to a great height? And now my suggestion, which you must hear, sir. The suggestion is please keep a store near the other area, like West Life is there. I go often to that West Life. I would also like Star Bazaar to be in because all provisions and all we ladies require. So this is very, very central. So my only request, along with the West Life, if we have Star Bazaar, our stomach is taken care and our dressing is taken care and makeups and all that. This is my only request. I support all the resolutions. I wish my company all the best. Thank you, sir. And I pray for your good health and the
Thank
health
you,
of
Ms.
the full Trent team. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Ms. Mascarenas. Thank you very much. The next speaker is Mr. Bharat Shah.
Sir, are you with us? I request you to unmute yourself before you proceed with your queries.
Hello. Hello.
Hi, ma'am. You're audible.
Yes.
ओके थैंक यू सर सर मैं स्मिता शाह बात करती हूँ और मेरे बाद भरत शाह बात करेंगे तो जरूर सर चालू रखिए सर थैंक यू सर माननीय चेयरमैन साहब श्री नोवेल जी सीईओ श्री वेंकटेश सालू जी तथा अन्य बोर्ड मान्यवर मान्यवर सभी डायरेक्टर्स आप सभी को मेरा स्मिता शाह का सादर प्रणाम आज की 72nd एजीएम की बहुत बहुत बधाई और प्रथम तो बोर्ड पर पधारी हमारी जानी मानी पहचानी स्मार्ट चार्मिंग मेहनती और हार्ड वर्कर गुड नेचर कंपनी सेक्रेटरी मिस कृपा आनंदपरा का मैं ट्रेंड के बोर्ड पर एज ए कंपनी सेक्रेटरी में हार्दिक स्वागत करती हूँ और सर आपको भी मैं अभिनंदन जरूर करती हूँ और आपकी लीडरशिप में आज हमारी ट्रेड कंपनी वेरी वेल एंड डन एक्सेलेंट परफॉर्मेंस के साथ आगे बढ़ रही है रेवेन्यू प्रॉफिट आफ्टर टैक्स ईपीएस सभी में बढ़ोतरी नजर आ रही है डिविडेंड भी 320% पर शेयर दिया है बहुत बढ़िया है सर अच्छा है सर लास्ट 10 साल के कंपेयर में आखिर के 4 साल के कंपेयर में देखें तो ये बढ़ता जा रहा है हमारा डिविडेंड सर अच्छी बात है तक हम आपसे कितना परसेंट डिविडेंड बढ़ोतरी का आशा रख सकते हैं सर उम्मीद करते हैं
We've lost you. I'm sorry, we've lost you. We can't hear you.
हेलो 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 हेलो
Yes.
हेलो
Yes.
और सर
Can you ask your question again, please?
या सर ओके सर सर मैं रिपीट करती हूँ सर मैं आशा करती हूँ कि आपने जो बहुत अभी अच्छा डिविडेंड दिया है तो आने वाले 3 साल में आपका बहुत बेहतरीन डिविडेंड हमें जरूर मिलेगा ये हम उम्मीद करते हैं और बोनस के लिए भी हम उम्मीद करेंगे सर और क्योंकि सर अभी फिलहाल एज प्रेजेंट हमारी कंपनी अच्छा खासा प्रॉफिट कर रही है सो आने वाले 3 साल में हमारा टारगेट कितना हो सकता है सर तो जरूर हमारा टारगेट भी बढ़ेगा और सर मैं एक पूछना चाहूंगी कि हमारे वेबसाइट के काफी सारे जो स्टोर है, तो फ्यूचर में अभी अपने कितने स्टोर बढ़ाने जा रहे हो, उसके लिए क्या प्लानिंग किया है, और कस्टमर की संख्या भी कितनी बड़ी है। और सर 3 साल के अंदर 70 में बोनस जरूर डिक्लेयर करिए। और सर भाग्य बदल जाता है जब इरादे मजबूत हो। हर एक इंसान का सच्चा साथी है और हर स्थिति में उसे संभालने वाला अगर कोई है तो वह है आत्मविश्वास ही है, जो आपके अंदर आत्मविश्वास है। सर आपका आत्मविश्वास हमारा आप पर पूरा विश्वास। और ध्यान रहे, सफलता निरंतर प्रयासों का ही परिणाम होती है। हौसला अपना ऐसा रखो जहाँ मुश्किलें भी शर्मिंदा हो जाए। सर हमारे आने वाले 3 साल में चौगुनी सफलता आप जरूर प्राप्त करोगे। यही मेरी मंगलमय शुभकामना आपको फ्यूचर्स में के लिए मैं दे रही हूँ। और लास्टली सर मेरी एक हम्बल रिक्वेस्ट है, सर नेक्स्ट ईयर से अगर बन सके तो हाइब्रिड एजीएम जरूर करें। और लास्टली सर मैं जरूर कहूंगी कि हमारी मेहनती हार्ड वर्कर सालों पुरानी अनुभवी कंपनी सेक्रेटरी मिस कृपा के कार्यों की मैं उसके हार्ड वर्क की कार्यों की प्रशंसा करते हुए जरूर कहूंगी कि बहुत बेस्ट इन्वेस्टर सर्विस दे रही है, उसकी मैं सराहना करती हूँ। और जहाँ कृपा की दृष्टि रहती है तो वहाँ जरूर बढ़ोतरी होती है। तो सर हमारे ट्रेन कंपनी भी बहुत बढ़ोतरी पर आ रही है, तो आने वाले 3 साल में चौगुनी बढ़ोतरी होने ही वाली है, ये मेरा पूरा विश्वास है। और सो मैं कृपा की और उसकी पूरी टीम की मैं कार्यों की मैं अच्छी प्रशंसा करते हुए सब पूरी टीम को मैं सेक्रेटरी टीम को धन्यवाद करती हूँ। और फ्यूचर्स की आप सभी को बेस्ट टू बेस्ट शुभकामना करती हूँ। धन्यवाद सर। सर आप सभी गुड
Thank you,
हेल्थ
Miss
वेल
Shah.
के रहे,
Thank you.
सदा गुड हेल्थ वेल। सर भरत साहब बात
Thank you.
करते हैं। धन्यवाद सर।
Thank you.
आवाज आ रही है ना सर?
Thank you.
सर
Sorry.
भरत शाह बोल रहा हूँ सर, माननीय चेयरमैन एमडी श्री
Yes.
और अन्य मान्यवर डायरेक्टर। सर भरत शाह बोल रहा हूँ सर, मेरी कोई क्वेरी नहीं है क्योंकि मैं बरसों से आपकी एजीएम अटेंड करता हूँ सर। और लिटरली आप जो कंपनी चला रहे हो सर, और शेयर का इसको ख्याल रख के कंपनी को ऊंचाई पर लेके जा रहे हो, दिन प्रतिदिन अपनी कंपनी बहुत आगे बढ़ रही है सर। शेयर का भाव भी अच्छा है, डिविडेंड भी आपने छप्पर पाड़ के दिया है। तो मैं पूरी टीम को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूँ सर, अभिनंदन देता हूँ। और सर आगे आने वाले साल में हो सके तो बोनस के लिए मेरी रिक्वेस्ट है, तो जरूर बोनस आने वाले साल में सोचना सर। और कंपनी सेक्रेटरी कृपा मैडम और उनकी टीम के अर्पित और पूरी सीएस टीम को, हार्ड वर्किंग टीम को मैं बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूं सर। हमेशा शेयर होल्डर की कोई क्वेरी है तो सोल्व करते हैं और शेयर होल्डर को रिस्पेक्ट देते हैं, तो मैं पूरी टीम को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद अभिनंदन देता हूं सर। और सीएसआर एक्टिविटीज में सर बहुत अच्छी चल रही है, तो उसके लिए भी धन्यवाद अभिनंदन देता हूं। और सारे अवार्ड्स के लिए भी धन्यवाद अभिनंदन देता हूं सर। और सर नेक्स्ट ईयर हो सके तो जरूर फेस टू फेस, आपको मिले बहुत साल हो
अच्छा.
गए सर, तो नेक्स्ट ईयर जरूर फेस टू फेस मीटिंग रखने की मेरी हार्दिक मेरी
Thank you.
हार्टली रिक्वेस्ट है।
Very good.
तो सारे रिजोल्यूशन में मेरा पूरा सपोर्ट है सर। थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू वेरी मच। जय हिंद सर।
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Shah. Thank you. The next speaker is Jaideep Bakshi.
Yeah, very good afternoon, Chairman, Board of Directors. Myself,
Good
Jaideep
afternoon.
Bakshi, connecting from the
Good
city of Kolkata. Thanks to our company secretary, Krupa Madam, for giving me an opportunity and presenting a detailed, descriptive, and colorful 300-page plus annual report. And also to the secretarial team for conducting this video conference in a smooth manner. Sir, first of all, I convey my congrats for the growth of the total income by 51% and also the dividend passed on to us. Sir, kindly share the steps undertaken to continue our legacy and pursue our growth trajectory. Share the expansion of the penetration program through more footprints. Sir, what is your plans to counter the competitive challenges along with the worldwide turmoil which is continuing? Regarding the carbon emission reduction, which is our top priority, what are the steps being undertaken by us? And what is our employee retention rate? Presently, there is a surge in this digital payment. Kindly present the business for e-commerce. How much are we gaining from it? And congrats for the foreign exchange earning growth. And also for the CSR activities where we have spent 4.12 crores on education, clean water, skill building for the youth and the women. It's a very good initiative. And also congrats for the waste recycling program plus the disposing of the packaging waste through this recycle vendor for the recycling paper bags and cardboard boxes. And also one thing, we have done a great thing where we have replaced these plastic ones with the paper tags for our products. And also, sir, regarding the other expenses, the advertising and sales promotions have been lowered. Can we know the reason for this? And I personally visit the West Side stores and really satisfied with the apparel products and using it and really satisfied with them. And nothing to add more, sir. I've given my consent for all the resolutions and hope continue with the high quality at the affordable this price point. And best of luck for the company in the coming days. Thank you, sir, and continue with this video
Thank you, Ms.
conference so
Bakshi.
that we can
Thank you.
join from outside. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. The next speaker is Mr. Samrat Sarkar.
Hello, am I audible? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are. Yes, you
Good
are.
afternoon, everyone. Thank you for this opportunity. Sir, I have the following 5 questions. Number 1, how much is the headroom for growth in the number of ZUDIO stores? My second question is, can exclusive new stores be opened in the novel formats like Mishbu, Utsa, and Samo? Number 3, what are your aspirations for the next 5 years? And how do you see Trent being positioned in the foreseeable future? And what are the key risks that may prevent us from reaching our true potential? So my fourth question would be, what was the rationale behind our plan of opening stores overseas? And so my final question is, do you have any plans for loyalty membership schemes for exclusively for ZUDIO customers, and any incentives for repeat customers of ZUDIO? That's it from my side. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. The next speaker is Ms. Humayun Pardesi.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank
We can
you.
hear
Hello.
you, Ms. Pardesi.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Noel Tata. Well, I have only 2
Good
questions.
afternoon.
Good afternoon. What I would like to know is that I buy jewelry from Tanishq. Are you planning to merge Tanishq with Trent, or are they 2 separate entities and Tanishq is associated with Titan? I wanted to have clarification, that's all. Second, I want to know about your designer. Are your designers same all over India? Because different places in India wear different outfits. Now, I purchased outfits when last year I went to Chandigarh. They were very good. Everybody's praising those outfits which I wear. So I just want to know, do you have the same designers for all over India, West Side, or do you change them, or what? Just let us know an idea. And Mr. Noel Tata, I've always been saying that my late husband used to say, wherever Mr. Noel Tata is there is transparency. But I'm going one step ahead and saying, wherever Mr. Noel Tata is there, we shareholders benefit a lot in the form of market cap and in the form of dividend and etc., etc., etc. And last but not the least, regarding a company secretary, well, we have been knowing her since Abbott days. She's got vast experience and she's very patient with all shareholders. So we are very proud, we are very happy to have her in our company, in our Tata company, such an experienced lady, so polite, courteous, plus investor shareholder friendly. I will not go further. Thank you very much, Mr. Noel Tata. We wish you all the very
Thank
best.
you. Thank you very much, Ms. Pardesi. Thank you. The next speaker is Mr. Aloysius Mascarenhas.
See now.
Sir, are you with us? I request you to unmute yourself before you proceed with your queries.
It is not opening.
So you're audible now.
Hello.
Yes,
Am
sir,
I
you're audible.
Yes.
audible?
Please
Am I
proceed.
audible? Hello? Hello?
Yes, you are. We can hear you.
Respected Chairman, sir, very distinguished members of the board, and my fellow shareholders. Good evening to you all. My name is Aloysius Mascarenhas. At the outset, I thank the management, company secretary, and its team for sending me such a beautiful balance sheet full of information, knowledge, photos, very good, excellent balance sheet with very good results and very good dividend, and most importantly, very good market cap. I'm very happy. I'm a proud shareholder of this company and I treasure this company. We frequent this your Star Bazaar very often, and I'm very happy with the services and the products, especially the faster products, and more importantly, the non-veg products, fresh and good quality, mouth-watering products. I'm happy with the services, and I would like to know how many stores you have in Mumbai and how many more you are planning to open up this year. Other questions have been asked by my predecessor shareholders. I would not like to add more. So I end my speech wishing you personally, all the board members, and more importantly, all the employees, all the very best in the days and years to come. With this, sir, thank you very much for patient hearing. Thank you. God bless you and our company.
Thank you, Mr. Mascarenhas. Thank you. The next speaker is Mr. Aspi Bhesania.
So this speaker shareholder is not in this meeting right now.
Okay. We go to the next speaker then, Mr. Gautam Nandi.
Mr. Nandi, are you with us? I request you to unmute yourself before you proceed with any of your queries. Chairman, sir, it appears we are experiencing a technical difficulty with Mr. Nandi. With your permission, we may proceed on to the next speaker.
Yeah, if you can later on come back to him if he's available. Yeah.
Sure, sir.
The next speaker is Mr. Suresh Khanolkar.
Mr. Khanolkar, in case you are there, I request you to unmute yourself before you proceed with your queries. It appears we have another technical difficulty here, sir.
Okay. The next speaker is Mr. Dinesh Bhatia.
So the speaker shareholder is not present in this meeting.
Okay. And the last speaker is Mr. Aliasagar Shakir.
Yeah, hi, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, thanks a lot for the opportunity. So I have a few questions first on Star. First on the growth. You did mention that in this year we have done a very strong, more than 20% kind of a double-digit like-to-like growth, and it is now poised to become the third engine of growth for us. In that context, I mean, with only 22 odd thousand crores of revenue, we're looking to add stores. You mentioned about 20-25 stores. What makes us not grow at the pace of where ZUDIO is today growing? Is it that we are still establishing the format, or is there any more changes required in the store for which the growth pace is relatively much lower? And you did mention that in the future years growth could be much higher. So if you could just throw some more lights in terms of 5 year, what is our ambition? We are at a very small scale in this business when we compare to the other larger biggies like Soft Reliance Retail and DMart. Where what are our ambitions in terms of number of store and revenue scale for this business? The second question on Star is on the margin side. The EBITDA margin, which is post index, I think has dropped quite significantly from 10% to 1% in this business. So yeah, and on the contrary, the depreciation is drastically gone down. So if you could just explain what is the pre-index EBITDA margin that this business does, and has there been any reclassification in terms of cost, or is this because of the change in lease liability, because of which these margins have dropped, or have we moved stores from FOFO to from COCO to FOFO because of which these margins have changed? So a little bit color on what is our pre-index margin and what is our stable state margin that we expect in this business in the years to come, and that will be useful. And last question is on ZUDIO. We still continue to add stores at a very strong accelerated pace of 200 odd, you mentioned. We are about 450 odd stores today. And if you add 200 stores, probably at the same run rate, we would be in the next 2 to 3 years closer to about 2,000 odd stores. So if you could just explain what is the kind of opportunity that ZUDIO has, and do you see any headwinds in terms of the base of store and where it could reach, or what is the opportunity in terms of number of store probably that this particular format has? Yeah, those are my questions. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. I think we've completed all the shareholders' questions. Moderator, have you been able to get back to any of the other ones, which other shareholders who we could not speak with? Or should I
Yes,
start
sir.
answering all the questions?
So speaker number 18, Mr. Aspi Besania, number 19, Mr. Gautam Nandi, and Mr. 20, Mr. Suresh Khanolkar are with us in the meeting right now. We can begin with Mr.
Okay.
Aspi Besania, speaker number 18.
Okay.
Speaker number 18, Mr. Aspi Besania. Sir, I request you to unmute yourself before you proceed with your queries.
Sir, can you see me and hear me?
Yeah, we can. Yes, we can. Yes.
Chairman, sir, I'm Aspi from Bombay. Sir, thanks for giving me an opportunity to talk. Sir, why no physical AGM when so many companies are holding physical AGM? This year I've been told that Bajaj Group is also going to hold all the physical AGMs in Pune. Now you can hold hybrid meetings if you want people from other than Bombay also to participate. So congrats on excellent results, and I hope you continue with the trend. I hope you continue with the 50% growth or so which you've shown this year. Sir, does Zara not come under our company, our group rather? So thanks for dividend of rupees 3.20 as against 2.20 last year. We are spending 319 crores as finance costs. You should not increase the dividend till we become debt free. The promoter stake is only 37%. Any proposal to increase it? So our management meets many investors. Why not only one online call where all the investors can join? Thank you very much and all the best for the future.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Besania.
Inviting the next
Mr.
speaker,
Gautam
speaker number
Nandi
9.
now.
Inviting speaker number 19, Mr. Gautam Nandi. Hello, sir. Please unmute yourself before you
Am I
proceed with
audible?
your queries. Yes, sir.
Hello.
Sir, you're audible. You may proceed.
Yes, please go ahead.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you can. Please go ahead.
Hello.
Mr.
I
Nandi,
think
you're
moderator,
perfectly
he
audible.
can't hear
Please
us, I
proceed.
think.
Hello.
Yes, it appears we have a technical difficulty with Mr. Nandi. Sir, should we move on to the last speaker shareholder?
Yes, please.
Inviting speaker number 20, Mr. Suresh Khanolkar. Hello, sir. I request you to unmute yourself before you proceed. Sir, are you with us?
I think we're not able to reach Mr. Khanolkar either.
Yes, sir, it appears so. So that will be all.
Okay.
Those are all the speaker shareholders.
Thank you. Thank you, shareholders, for the vast range of questions that you have posed. I'm going to try and answer them. I will skip some because they've been repeated by others. Mr. Bopanna, thank you for your questions. ZUDIO, you asked what ZUDIO's future is in tier 2, tier 3 towns. ZUDIO is obviously going to go into far more cities than Westside can, and therefore it will have a great future in tier 2, tier 3 towns and even smaller towns. You asked what is the next growth engine for Trent. I've already mentioned that in my chairman's speech. We expect that it will be our Star Bazaar format, which we have been working on, improving its performance, and I believe it's now ready to grow faster than it has in the past. You spoke about the Zara JV. And many shareholders have spoken about it. Our investment in Zara is financial in nature. It's more the cherry on the cake than actually the cake. The Indian venture that we have is completely dependent on Inditex. It's dependent for the permission to use the Zara brand. We're obliged, this joint venture is obliged to source all the products in the store only from Inditex. These products are designed by them and sold globally through all their stores across the world and supplied by them to the JV. So we use only their products, and obviously when they're designed by them, the specifications, the colors, the styles, everything is decided by Inditex in Spain. So the operations in India are solely towards operating, the operating activity is limited to the distribution of Zara products in India, that is managing the 22 or 25 stores that we have in India and nothing more. You asked whether the change of government will have any impact on the business. I think no. I hope we will have continued stability in economic decision making. Similarly, with the change of regulations, I hope there won't be too many changes. You asked about digital backbone, and really, this company Trent has spent a lot of energy and a lot of money in digitizing the entire backbone of the company in order to allow us to grow at the speed at which we have been growing. As you know, IT is a continuous spend. We have to keep spending to improve and to speed up our IT backbone. We have a new POS system which we launched, which has helped to speed up the cash payments in the stores, speed up the billing, and customers have benefited tremendously from this new investment. You talked about HR challenges. Indeed, we have now 30,000, close to 30,000 employees. And as we grow further, this number is going to increase. We try our best to make employees feel that they have a career with us rather than just having a job with us. Our growth, our speed of growth enables us to offer opportunities to those willing to move in the operations, or those willing to move to new stores, to manage new stores across the country. We have a lot of opportunities for people in operations, and as well in our head office. And we like to, as much as possible, offer new growth opportunities to our existing employees. Mr. Anil Parekh, you spoke from Canada. You asked about Samo, and we have the fact that we have 3 stores, and you asked for our expansion plans. A lot of the brands that we have are in the incubation stage. We do a lot of research. So to a question that somebody else asked, whether there will be any surprise new brand, I don't think ever there will be a surprise new brand, because our system of working new brands, as we've done with Star, is not to grow them until we really have perfected the model, we've perfected the product, we've perfected the pricing, and then only do we decide to grow. So the growth of the new brands, Samo, Misbu, Utsa, will very much depend on how quickly and successful we are at reaching the parameters that we've set ourselves in order to be able to multiply the stores profitably. Mr. Yusuf Rangwala, you spoke about a bonus for the 75 years. I'm sure we will consider it at the appropriate time. And you spoke about our CSR activities. Thank you for that. Mr. Naveen Bothra, what's new, what's now, what's next? I think I've answered that just now. Don't expect anything to suddenly pop up. You asked, picture abhi baki hai? Yes, picture baki hai, we hope. We will keep growing. And obviously, it's not for me to make forward-looking statements and commitments, but I think the management team, all our colleagues are eager to provide our best possible performance. You asked about Studio West. Can it go as a standalone? Indeed, we think that many of our brands could one day go and become standalone brands on their own. This is, something that our strategy people will always be looking for. And if it's something that would add to shareholder value and customer satisfaction, we would certainly consider it. You asked about what is our USP. I think our decision to be 100% own label in our apparel business, our decision to have a strong pillar of own label in our food business will stand us in good stead as the years go by and as the competition becomes more difficult. It is an asset because we can change as fast as we want. We can change product as fast as we want. We can decide in which direction the product should change depending on where we see the customer moving. It's also a risk that if we read the customer wrong, we might end up with stock which is difficult to sell. And I think that is part of the business that we are in. Mr. Maheshwari, you mentioned that our EPS was good, and in fact, our EPS has been growing year on year. Thank you for that. Mr. Jamadar, you spoke about challenging demand. Yes, I believe demand in general has been challenging, but fortunately for us, we've seen robust demand over the last year, and we've been able to capitalize on this demand and deliver the results that we have. You spoke about raw material inflation. We're not seeing any substantial raw material inflation at the moment, and I think the next year will go by without too much of that, as most of the countries are still trying to make sure that inflation does not go out of control. You spoke about falling gross margins. Actually, our gross margins are not falling, they're stable. I think the reason you see gross margins coming down is the mix between ZUDIO and West Side, and it will keep changing basis the speed of growth of ZUDIO and West Side. You talked about online, our sales Yeah, sorry. I believe it's in the customer remit to decide where they would like to shop, whether they want to shop online, whether they want to shop at our stores. And I think our duty is to provide a great experience online and to provide a great experience at stores, and then leave it to the customer to decide where they would like to shop. In fact, many customers just prefer to browse on the net to see what is available in the shop before they go shopping, and really it's left to our customers to decide. Mr. Ashok Subramaniam, you spoke about glass facades and does it add and increase the energy load? It's possible that for a couple of hours a day, when you have direct sunlight hitting the stores, you do have a heat load increase, but it's not for more than 2 or 3 hours in the day. And where we find there's a possibility of high heat loads, we use ultraviolet special UV glass that makes sure that we don't increase the heat load too much. We've noted your comment on space for elderly to sit, and I think management is certainly looking in that, and we've received some other requests at times, and we'll certainly look into it. You asked where retail space is, and I think it's in scope 1. You asked about renewables and the scope. We're certainly trying our best to increase the amount of renewables that we can use by negotiating space on rooftops with our landlords. Not all of them are willing to allow us to use the terrace for renewables, but where we can, we're certainly trying our best to increase the scope. You spoke about CSR. Given our profits, CSR is always calculated on the basis of the last 3 years' profits. So I think this year we've had a big jump in profits. It's going to help with the CSR commitment next year. And if we can keep increasing our profits, that's the best way to keep the CSR spend going up. You spoke about a platform to bring all the brands together. I think that already exists with Tata Neu. There is a platform. I'd request you to go on Tata New, where you'll find Big Basket, you'll find West Side, you'll find Chroma, you'll find a lot of the formats available there. You spoke about more stores in Tamil Nadu. Indeed, we will have more stores in Tamil Nadu. If you attend next year's meeting, you will hear what we've been able to achieve in the next 12 months in Tamil Nadu. Fabster Clear Sky, yes, indeed, it's not available outside our stores. And since we don't have any shops at the moment in Tamil Nadu for Star Bazaar, it's not available there. Just as a matter of a discussion, um, the food business cannot expand in the same way that our apparel business has gone all India. We operate a much more clustered approach, preferring to have more stores in cities rather than going to and having a few stores scattered across the country. This is primarily due to the economics of the food business that doesn't allow us to have stores which are far apart from each other. You spoke about 10 standard dropouts. We'd look at it, but my hope is that as a country we should persuade them to stay in school and get their full education. Mr. Manoj Kumar Gupta, you spoke about demerger of like the Aditya Birla Group. We have no intention at all of demerging our businesses. As we've mentioned many times, all our formats are very combined at the back. We use common facilities across the back, but the front is what the customer sees is very different from one format to another. And that gives us a lot of resilience, that gives us a lot of, we can conserve a lot of capex with that way and keep our costs low by having all our businesses joint at the back, and therefore it's not possible at all to demerge our business. You spoke about future plans for the company and the future outlook. I think you should keep coming to the annual general meetings every year, and I'm sure you'll be updated about that as we go forward. Mr. Tiwari, you spoke about dividend and can it be raised? You know, for every shareholder who wants dividend raised, there are shareholders who tell us, why do you pay a dividend? Keep all your money and grow faster. I think what we try and do is to really balance both the views, and basically we look to see how much money the company needs for its growth potential. And as our growth, as you've seen, our growth is extremely swift. We tend to retain possibly a larger amount towards the expansion needs of the company. But I think this reflects then in a better share price, and sometimes it's difficult to have your cake and eat it as well. You spoke about the Star expansion. Some asked whether the company can be listed. As you know, we're a 50-50 shareholder with Tesco, and it would require both of us to want to list the company. There's been no discussion at all with them for the moment, so I can't enlighten you on that. You asked which brand is performing better. I think both our brands are performing as well as the other. Obviously, the market in which ZUDIO operates is a much larger market than the one in which West Side operates. And it's more difficult to get a 30,000 square feet store for West Side. It's much easier to find the smaller stores for ZUDIO. So I think the growth will depend on the availability of stores, the size of the market, but I think both are doing equally well. You asked about international expansion, and yes, we are opening a handful of stores abroad. I think we want to understand. It's an attempt to understand the markets. It's an attempt to calibrate um, our product so that it meets the requirement of the international market. We don't have a roadmap as yet that we can share with you, and we'll talk more about it at the next AGM. You asked about how many stores we owned as company. We own 3 out of the 800 as a company. I now come to Mr. Sharat Kumar Shah. Yes, you're right. The SPF of 15,000 plus and the sales growth does not require us to borrow a lot of money going forward. You asked about one store in Seattle. I'm sorry, it's very far away at the moment, and far away in our thoughts, and far away geographically for the moment. So I can't promise anything. You said we need a new distribution policy, and it's exactly what I've mentioned discussion on the previous shareholder, that our distribution policy depends really on the need for resources in the company, and also balancing the view of some shareholders who prefer us not to give any dividend with those shareholders that certainly require dividend to be paid out. Ms. Mascarenas, thank you for your kind words. We will try and get a store in Dadar, but as you know, the prices in Dadar for real estate are really, really very high, and difficult for us to make a Star Bazaar work, and actually to find 15,000 square feet for a store in Dadar is not easy, but we keep trying. Mr. Bharat Shah, you hope for more dividend. We also hope to be able to give you more dividend, and we will try our best to increase our results over the next 3 years so that we can meet your aspiration for that. You asked about how many West Side stores we have. I think it's 230 odd West Side stores. And you spoke about a hybrid AGM. I'll certainly put that to management for their consideration. Mr. Jaideep Bakshi, you asked whether we would continue on our growth strategy. Indeed, that is our intention to grow. You spoke about what are our competitive challenges. In fact, our main challenge is to remain relevant to our customers. This is an industry which is very dynamic. Fashions keep changing month on month, and we need to be continuously in the forefront of this changing fashion trend. And as long as we keep doing that, then we will be able to meet any competitive challenges that we might face. You spoke about the employee retention rate. We've created many new initiatives, and I'm happy to say that we are retaining certainly more colleagues than we were in the past. You spoke about e-commerce. We do about 6% of our sales on West Side in e-commerce. We are not doing ZUDIO on e-commerce for the near future. As I said earlier, it very much depends on our customers, and all we can do is provide a very good e-commerce experience to our customers. Then it's up to them to decide based on their location, based on the stores, the proximity of stores where they would decide to shop. You spoke about sales and versus advertising expenses. Yes, I would expect them to have gone down. We hardly do any advertisement. We rely on our shops to be our advertisement. We rely on our collections to be our advertisement, and word of mouth of our customers to their friends and families. Mr. Samrat Sarkar, ZUDIO store headroom. You know, how long is a piece of string? I mean, you know, India is 1/6 of the world's population. We have 1.4 billion people. It's an absolutely huge market. A lot depends on the speed of growth, the continued speed of increase in per capita incomes. It's very, obviously you can understand it's very difficult to put a number. New concepts, you know, we are constantly thinking about new concepts, but for the moment we have 3, that is West Sides, ZUDIO and Star. There is enough of a runway going forward, and obviously we will announce any new concepts as soon as we believe that they are differentiated enough, that they are different enough from our others to look at launching them. I've already spoken about our overseas stores and the rationale. Ms. Humayun Podehi, Tanishq is part of Titan, and therefore it will remain that way, and absolutely no reason or no chance of merging Tanishq with Trent. You asked about whether we have different designers all over India. No, the answer to that is no. We have a common design team for the whole of India, and in general, most of our product is distributed across India, and our regional collections, if any, are quite small. We do have regional collections, but it's mainly winter wear in heavy winter areas, which is differentiated from winter wear in some of the warmer areas. You spoke about the company secretary. So many of you have spoken of the company secretary. Thank you for your good wishes. I didn't know she had such a great reputation among shareholders. Mr. Mascarenhas, how many stores in Bombay? We have 47. We have 47 stores in Bombay. I think with that I've completed. No, maybe there's a few more. Sorry. Mr. Aspi Besania, I've noted your comments about a physical AGM. Uh, we've all along said that this gives an opportunity to people outside Mumbai to attend, as well as people from Mumbai to reach out to us, and we'll go by whatever the government mandates for us. You spoke about Zara, and I've already mentioned our relationship with Inditex, and that our Zara joint venture and Massimo Dutti joint ventures are only an investment from the company. You spoke about why the company does not become debt free in due course. It's possible that we will become. And I think that's about the last. Well, there was the last shareholder was Mr. Thank you, Mr. Ali Sagar. You asked about the prospects of Star. Why doesn't it grow as fast as ZUDIO? Over the last 2 years, we have been constantly modifying, changing the format. We keep optimizing the format, and it's our growth is a function of the profitability of the format, the customer acceptance of the format, and when we get that right, you will see a much faster growth in Star. Depreciation has gone down due to 116 AS, and you asked about margins in Star. As we keep modifying the format in line with customer feedback, I think our margins will still fluctuate. I don't think it's right to commit a margin today, because we're still trying to see what level our margins should end up in as a format. And maybe there'll be more to say on this at the next AGM. You spoke about ZUDIO opportunity. Yes, certainly it's huge. It's big. I think with that, I've ended all our questions. Just in case that I haven't answered any of your questions, please feel free to reach out to Venkat or to the company secretary, and we'll be more than happy to answer you offline. On behalf of the entire board, I want to thank the members for attending this meeting. I also thank all the directors for having joined this meeting remotely. Kindly note the e-voting is now available for 15 minutes. In case you have not voted earlier, you're free to cast your vote now. Thank you once again, and have a wonderful evening. Thank you.